This is Dalton Domino, and this is real life, real music.
Real life, real music radio. With your host, Kyle Hutton.
I'll tell you right now that
we always gotta. We spent the last 3 hours with each other, but it seems like we always have to restart the conversation.
we do, and you know, I don't know. I know it's just how things go in this business because everybody's busy, but you know, the only thing about our conversations is that they need to be more frequent. But you know, you take what you can get in this line of work, and I'm glad we get to sit down with you tonight. So thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Last time we spoke was at Steamboat this past year, but the time before that, I was sleeping in a truck stop parking lot in my car, and get a phone call from you, and you thought it was somebody else. And it's like, well, shit, now that we have each other on the phone, let's catch up.
There we go. And sometimes that's just how serendipity happens, right? That's just how it goes. That's how it goes. Well, speaking of sleeping in truck stops.
Yeah, I don't do that too much anymore.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We got plenty to talk about tonight. I'm excited about it. But why don't you want to just pick a song? Just pick a song and tell us about it.
Absolutely.
Play one for us.
This song is, I wrote this song, and I played it last time I was here. This song is called Corners. I'm going to start out with Corners. I wrote this song in Nashville a few years ago at my buddy Ross Cooper's house, and it was a good day. Well, I've burned some bridges, and I've torn down some fences. Some I'm still mending, some I leave in the ashes where they lie. And I've cursed at my mother, and I've stolen from my father, turned into a stranger right in front of my lover's eyes. But once in my life I found freedom that was bigger than myself or a song. I guess this surrender was something that I needed to show what I was needing all along. 'Cause people like me have to live in hell to see if heaven is worth it. Take the worst of unanswered questions and try to find a purpose. I'm not praying for acceptance, and if forgiveness never comes, I'll understand. But if I die, I'm gonna die with me knowing that who I was ain't who I am. Well, I've made excuses, and I've sold a million lies, and I blamed it on the devil when it was me this entire time. But it's been 26 days since I felt that release, since I stepped out from the corners, let go and lit a match to kill those shadows holding me. 'Cause people like me have to live in hell to see if heaven is worth it. Take the worst of unanswered questions and try to find a purpose. I'm not praying for acceptance, and if forgiveness never comes, I'll understand. If I die, I'm gonna die with me knowing that who I was ain't who I am. Cause people like me have to live in hell to see if heaven is worth it. Take the worst of unanswered questions and try to find a purpose. I'm not praying for acceptance, and if forgiveness never comes, I'll understand. If I die, I'm gonna die with me knowing that who I was ain't who I am. If I die, I'm gonna die with me knowing that who I was ain't who I am. Thank you.
Man, I'm gonna tell you that song, that record came out. In what year did that record come out? Was that 17?
April 26th, 2017.
Okay, and it wasn't too long after that, I think, that we had our first get together in here.
It was.
And I'm gonna tell you, and I think I probably sent this to you in a text or something after that, but that song was probably my favorite song played on this stage in one of our shows.
Well, thank you
that
very
year.
Much. That really, means a lot to me. Thank you.
You're welcome. And the line in that song that just punched me right in the face, and maybe I'm the only one in this room that gets it, I don't know, but it was the line where it says, I blamed it on the devil and it was me the entire time. And golly, that line,
thank you.
Yeah, that's a...
Means a lot, thank you.
That's a jump up and grab you. You're welcome. So, okay. This is a show where I get to ask questions whether the artist likes it or not. But so that song obviously was born in a place. I mean, you don't just write songs like that. You almost have to earn songs like that. And part of earning a song like that is their scars and everything else that come with them.
I wrote that song on my 26th day of man, I spent 2015. I don't remember being 24 or 25, and that's something that I can laugh at now because it was a lot harder than, you know. It's easier to say than do, but I don't remember 24 and 25 too much, and I really don't remember 25. And I cleaned up in April of that year, or 2015. I wrote corners in April of that year, and I fell off, and it got really wrote that song in a day that was just absolute clarity, and it felt really good. And I fell off pretty hard halfway through this past 2018 in June. You can't blame it on anybody but yourself. There's a lot of stuff that I just didn't want to look at and didn't want to deal with, and I just fell back into a really, really dark hole. And but anyway, playing that song now, I actually 5 months clean today. All right. And thank you. And this past go around, you know, it means something to me. Every time I sing that song, I listen to it and I hear it. And it's just a reminder of that day and how great that day was and how every day since the 12th of this past year has been. It's been great.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where Corners came from. It was almost there, and now it is there type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, man, congratulations on
Thank
where
you.
you're at right now, and man, it's good to understand a song like that from the other side.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the song means a lot to us. One of my favorite songs I've written. And,
Yeah.
I get a lot of. I don't know if I should be speaking into the mic because everybody's so quiet. You can probably hear me already.
You'll never. Part of this is edited for rebroadcast, but let me ask the engineer: how are we doing? Are we getting enough of his vocal for the recording? Okay.
Okay,
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
No, like ever since Corners came out, man, got a lot of emails and stuff from people that said that song helped them, and that means a lot. I mean, that song is. It's my favorite song I've written. It's just I just like that song. I'm trying to figure out how to talk about that song without sounding arrogant or anything, but that song means a lot to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, I imagine, like, you've got a lot of songs. I'm sure all of us in here that are fans have our favorite songs, and that's one of mine, but there's other ones too. But, man, when you can sing a song hundreds or thousands of times and yet you still feel it in your gut when you sing it, every song's not like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Singing it now is just a reminder of just, you can continue to be like this and feel this way, or you can fall off like how you did last June and not be that way. So now singing it, it's a constant reminder of just stick with it. Feels good, I promise.
Yeah.
The other side doesn't feel as good.
All right, well, we're going to talk more about what some of the stuff you are filling your time with now, but pick another song. And well, let me ask you this. So, new record coming out. You want to lay a new one on us?
Sure. The song is about two siblings. The song is called Half-Bloods. Different mom type of thing. I was young, you were scared, there was not much we could do. When Mama left Daddy 'cause he got drunk and hit her right in front of me and you. He blamed it on a 4-day bender in Tunica when he drew a face card on the fly. He kept the Queens, put his faith on 5th Street, pipeline and lost the pipe. We lived in separate houses, divided by the river. They called us half-bloods, but we were holding our eyes. I'd meet you on your side of the middle, on your darkest of nights, just to prove that time ain't left no space between your heart and mine. 2 months passed and Mama came back with papers and a plan to move. Said she wasn't gonna leave this time until she left with you. So there I stood in the carport crying, confused by all this, watching y'all's taillights fade towards Dallas, convinced that I caused all this. We lived in separate houses, divided by the river. They called us half-bloods, but we were holding our eyes. I'd meet you on your side of the middle, on your darkest of nights, just to prove that time ain't left no space between your heart and mine. Daddy spiraled when Mama got a ring from the man who told her to forget me. I guess you caused him problems 'cause she cut you loose at 17. But we let the house go into auction. We left all we knew behind, and we found some folks those that share the same blood that flows within your heart and mind. We lived in separate houses, divided by the river. They count us half-bloods when we were holding our eyes. I'd meet you on your side of the middle, on your darkest of nights, just to prove that time ain't left no space between your heart and mine. Just to prove that time ain't left no space between your heart and mine. Well, thank you.
So the newest record, what's the name of the new project?
Songs from the Exile.
Songs from the Exile. All right. And tell us what to expect. Is it thematic? Is it all over the place? Is it give us a
Sad
little
as hell.
sad? All
It's
right.
really dark. There are some love songs. I got some love songs this go around, but they're mid-tempo love songs. So if you're looking to get in a good mood over the love songs, it's out the window. I was having a conversation. My grandmother lives with me in Dallas, and no. It's like at the, it's at the point where it's just like, you're still here. And I love her, so I can say that. But if her son says that, she'd slap him and I'd hit him. But, she came to me the other day. She said, I listened to your record. And I was like, did you like it? She goes, too slow. I was like, cool. And so if you want to quote Mary Mann, it's too slow. But I like it, man. I think it's cool. There's some love songs. There's more love song than sad songs on there, though. I will say that. So I can play it.
We definitely
Where's
want
the
to hear them.
iPod jack?
We definitely want to hear them. So like the dark nature of the record is like what was written when you were on the wagon, what was written when you were off the wagon? Is it a mix?
I was drunk writing this record.
Okay.
I was hammered writing this record.
All right.
There was no off the wagon stuff. I was belligerently drunk.
So enjoy it, because with any luck, the next one won't be written that way.
Now, it was the dark drinking during this record. I mean, I don't know. Man, I wish I could party like y'all. I see some of y'all with the old mojitos and some Shiner Box. And I like gallons of mojitos.
Yeah.
And gallons of
I
Shiner
understand.
Box. So that's what went into writing this record.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't sound drunk.
Yeah.
So that's good. I got I got that out of it. But no, it's just I've written a whole bunch of new songs too since leaving. That's all I do is write songs.
Yeah.
So but this batch, I was drunk.
Well, let's pick a drunk love song for us.
Drunk love song. All right.
Let's see what we got.
All right. The song's called Shadowlands. God, I hope I remember the second verse. I've been messing this song up so much lately.
That's the occupational hazard of writing while drunk.
I wrote this song for a girl that wound up leaving me. And I guess it kind of freaked her out. We knew each other for like 4 days, though. It's like 3 weeks. Put your head on my chest. Put your heart in my hands. Put my faith to the test. And bring it back again. Yep, see? I messed it up, dude. Wait. Hold on. Just give me a second. I got the lyrics.
We're going to give him a second, let him look, so we can get a clean start.
We can get a clean start on
That's
this.
right.
Let's see here.
And as I mentioned earlier, if you want to see Dalton redoing a song, then make sure and watch the video podcast because you get to see all of this. If you don't want to hear him restart the song, then listen to the edited radio program because
I think I got it now. I don't really play like a lot of the new songs, so I'm still learning them. And that does sound silly to say out loud. But, yeah. So forgive me for that first part. Put your head on my chest. Put your heart in my hands. Put my faith to the test. Then bring me back again. Your love is my religion. Your heart my saving grace. With you I am forgiven, and my past lies unscathed. Yeah, you rescued me from my shadowlands. So don't let me down. Just please don't let me down. 'Cause my heart's been thrown around. Just please don't let me down. And I'll give you trust like a child. I believe every word. Show me a soul should be wild, with the sweetest voice I've heard. 'Cause your father raised a woman, and your mother raised a queen, that I wanna hold and shelter and give everything. Yeah, you rescued me from my shadowlands. So don't let me down. Just please don't let me down. 'Cause my heart's been thrown around. Just please don't let me down. And I'll guard those secrets of your soul. I'll restitch what others torn. I'll honor all that you hold sacred, 'cause with you I've been reborn. And I promise I'll cherish our good days, 'cause with the bad I'll know we've grown. With you yesterday is forgotten, and your eyes are all I know. Yeah, you rescued me from my shadowlands. So don't let me down. Just please don't let me down. 'Cause my heart's been thrown around. Just please don't let me down. Thank you.
the fact that it only lasted 3 weeks.
I was kidding about that. I was messing around. No, I wrote that as a vow to the woman I'll meet someday that hopefully becomes my wife. And
there you go.
I'll know that I found the one when I feel like that. Anyway.
That's awesome. Okay, so let's just go the complete opposite.
Okay.
And let's go back to the Corners record. And tell us the story about the, I guess it would be the antithesis of that song, which would be the anti-love song called July. Maybe you could tell us about that one.
I was dating this girl, and needless to say, it didn't work out, which is where July came from. And we decided to stay together after July was written for another year and a half, because that makes sense, you know. And I was paying some bills online, but I was using her computer, and she had her iPhone hooked up to her computer. And she's sitting on one end of the couch, and I'm on the other end. And I started getting these texts from some dude named Seth. And he was like, "Hey, do you still want to come over?" And I look up at her, and she's responding. She's like, "Yeah, sure." And she was like, "Do you still remember where I live?" And she's like, "Yeah, but send me the address just in case." And I was like, "Yeah, send the address just in case, Seth." And she turns to me and said, "Hey, I'm going to run to the store. Do you need anything?" I was like, "Nah." So then I waited like 45 minutes, and I went over there, and it was just a whole shit show of an ordeal. But hey, you know, got a song out of it. I wrote that song with Caitlin Butts. Similar situation, except she was dating this before she was engaged to Cleto. She dated this trucker from Oklahoma City, and he left her for a stripper. Swear to God, some Oklahoma shit. And it gets better. So on Caitlin's 21st birthday, she gets all liquored up off a Fireball, right? Walks into strip club said stripper works at, proceeds to drag her ass off a table, tries to fight her, gets kicked out of said strip club, and that's the story she gave me. So yeah, I thought I had it bad. And I was like, "Yo, that sucks."
You just weren't in Oklahoma.
No, not at all. And so, hold on. So I got Caitlin's number from somebody, and I randomly called her up blindly one day. We'd never met, never spoken, anything like that. And me and my band at the time was playing in Oklahoma City that night at the Wormy Dog before they shut it down. Y'all ever been to the Wormy Dog? They still have the couch there from the original Wormy Dog. They had the couch there. You don't sit on the couch. The couch is gross. And anyway, we were playing there, and I just thought about this. I blindly called her up to ask for a place for me and my gang of misfits and ragtag group of hooligans to stay, and she took us into her home without even knowing us. Anyway, we wrote this song the next morning, and she cooked us breakfast, and yeah. First time we hung out, we wrote this song. I know it's late, and I should be asleep right now, but it's 3 a.m. and I'm somehow wound up out front of his house. Are you really in there? Well, tell him to come on and get the hell outside. 'Cause I'll be damned if I'm the only one who's alone now. He ain't me. You and him both know he'll never be. He's just convenience, and you're just a scared little girl with insecurities. I said I loved you in November, to have it fall apart by July. You're just another long gone that was too scared could have at least said goodbye before you made a fool of me. But you threw away what could have been, and all else in between. My stomach kills me when I think of Ben's hands on you. The 3 months I've spent in the dark searching for that girl I thought I knew. I said I loved you in November, just to have it fall apart by July. You're just another long gone that was too scared to give it a try. You can blame it on me, blame it on July. I said I loved you in November, to have it fall apart by July. You were just another long gone that was too scared to give it a try. Blame it on vulnerability, blame it on the fights or on the moment of weakness. I'm buying it this time, 'cause heartaches like you just doesn't do it down. You can blame it on me, blame it on July. Well, thank you.
Are y'all doing okay out there tonight so far? Everybody good? Okay. This is going to be one of those active audience participant moments here.
We're gonna
Dalton,
sing Boys from Oklahoma.
in honor of the opening of their, is it a dispensary or what is it? They did something.
Yeah, Cody's selling drugs now.
Well,
No, he's not. He opened up a rolling paper company.
oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it sounds like a laundering scheme, doesn't it? Yeah, no, they're just
that's
selling
funny.
the reefer papers.
That's the cheap part of it, right?
I don't know, but he's making a killing, I think.
That's awesome. Well, okay, so where was I going? I need you to do a liner to kick off the radio program. That's what we need. So
We haven't started yet?
no. We've already started. Yeah, yeah. Are you warmed up yet?
I
Because
played
we're
two of
about
my
to
best
start.
songs,
Yeah.
Kyle. I was trying to save
Yes,
that for
we're
prime
good.
time.
No, this is we will edit this to the front of the radio program. So here's what I need you to do. This is Dalton Domino, and this is real life, real music. Then I need you guys to go nuts, okay? And y'all do that. We're going to do that for about 4 minutes, and then I'm going to tell you to stop. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, 20, 30 seconds, I'll go like this, okay? But so this is Dalton Domino, and this is real life, real music, and then y'all go nuts for me.
This is Dalton Domino, and this is real life, real music.
Perfect. That was great. Yeah, now welcome to the show, Dalton. Let's start from scratch here. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, you mentioned, you got the new project. The new project is going to be a collection of songs from the bottom of the bottle on the dark side of the moon, or whatever however you
That's
want to categorize
exactly what it's called.
That's what it is. But you mentioned, because you are always writing, you mentioned some stuff that hadn't even seen the studio yet. So I wonder if you want to pick one of those new songs out of your pocket and lay something exclusive on us tonight.
Yeah, man, I can. My notebook's actually up in the room right now.
You need it?
Well, I just played you a song that I've had written for 2 years, played several times, and has also recorded to a record, and I messed it up first go. Maybe.
Tell me where your notebook is.
It's upstairs. I
Can
get a
we
song-
possibly have someone from Do-Si-Do go up to the green room?
Stay out of the front pocket.
Okay. So it's in your bag?
Yeah, it's a little red notebook.
A red notebook in a bag. Somebody from Do-Si-Do? Can somebody from Do-Si-Do go upstairs to the green room? A red baggie. Oh, no, a red bag. Sorry. A red bag. Okay. And so, while we're waiting for that.
I can play another new song that I wrote.
Play us something off the record.
Oh, well, I can keep on going.
All right, yeah.
What do you guys want to hear? Or do you guys want new songs, like new? Or like new? Or do you guys want to hear like oldish new? Oldish new. Okay. I want to do this one. Song's called 1234, and it's got a really funny story behind it. So I'm spiteful when it comes to certain things, but it's like a fun spiteful. It's not like he's an asshole. It's so my ex, we're still really good friends, which is weird, but it's not. We're adults, and she has this thing that says every time she looks at a clock, it says 1234. Whenever she's looking at a series of numbers, it always says 1234. And she started dating this new guy. And everybody she meets, she always tells this thing to. And I wrote this song, and I didn't have a title for it yet. So I titled it 1234 because I know that would start an argument between her and her new boyfriend. And sure enough, they broke up. So this is that song. Red notebook. All right, and then after that, I'll just play another brand new. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
All right, here we go. You were? Okay. Well.
This is hot off the press right here.
Hot off the press. You're just a skeleton in my closet. I don't want to talk about, don't want to open up that door and let those monsters out. I went from learning how to love you on days that I should have set you down to days like today where I can sort of stand on solid ground. I'm starting to break free. I'm starting to break free. When I clear my head, you'll be forgotten. And the closer I come to that, there'll be no stopping. I'm moving on, and you'll be another here and gone to me. 'Cause I'm starting to break free. Finally put down the whiskey, but it ain't because of you. There's just some ghosts I gotta face head on in this empty old room. And I still live with the lights on night because I hide from the night. But I'm scared I'll fall asleep and wake up without you in a new life. I'm starting to break free. I'm starting to break free. I know another here and gone. To me, I'm starting to break free. Starting to break free. When your jealousy collided with my fears of dying alone, all my answered prayers went to could have been, and I used to know. But even in the wreckage of all you left behind, I still find comfort and peace in the pieces of a better time. I don't want to break free. I don't want to break free. Thank you. Can I get some more coffee by any chance? Tight. Sweet. Thank you.
Sweet.
Sweet.
I like that song, man.
Oh, thank you.
Is that on the new
Oh,
record?
man, you said new. That's new.
That was
That's
new.
Yeah, it's like
Got
new
it.
new.
All right. That's new, but you remembered it.
Yeah.
Now this is new.
Like.
Need to look at the notes new.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that one if you want. Or we can just go back to the solid gold hits of Dalton Domino. Woo! Which is like Jesus and handbagging, and that's it.
Come on. That is not true. That's not all we came to hear tonight. That's for sure.
Well, we already played corners. I like her. She's honest.
She is honest.
We did.
She is honest.
Oh man.
All I know, I've had my eye on her already. Save whatever song she wants to hear for the end, or she's out.
I know. Thank you. Yeah, man. I got Cheap Spanish Wine. I can play that one. That's off the new record.
Yeah, let's hear it. Cheap Spanish Wine.
Cheap Spanish Wine. And no, it's Cheap Spanish Wine. Somewhere between like Thunderbird and Boone's Farm.
With a worm.
Yep. Let's see here. I'm like a sorority girl with my jewel. It's a waltz. Low down and lonesome, scared I'm forgotten, fearless as yesterday's too. But that cold rain on a Sunday means it's all closed till Monday, so I'll take what I can get to get through. Sad songs and waltzes replace the rainbows and the pictures that hung in the hall, while the hard times in the distance finally outweighed what we thought came natural from the start. But does that heavy sense of freedom lay gentle on your mind like it does mine? To say I didn't love love you would take all that I have. I forgot at the time I was too loose. Now it's 3 warm bottles of cheap Spanish wine to get through my first midnight without you. I guess it took us too long to both figure out that love shouldn't hurt like it did. Or was that pain at the end so self-defeating that it caused us to go through this? And those pieces we broke, there's still things we hold against new lovers and ourselves in the dark. But every now and again, there's that sigh of relief that reminds us why we are where we are. To say I didn't love you would take all that I have. I forgot at the time I was too. Now it's 3 warm bottles of cheap Spanish wine to get through my first midnight without you. Now it's 3 warm bottles of cheap Spanish wine to get through my first midnight without you. Thank you. That's the saddest song and slowest song that I have, so it's all downhill from here? Or uphill?
Depends on your perspective. It's all about perspective, right? So you write songs pretty continuously, and that's part
I'm
of.
not a sad person, by the way.
All right.
I like sad songs, and I always want to throw that out there. I scared the shit out of my parents growing up because they thought they just saw these depressing lyrics.
Yeah.
I always wrote.
Well, that's what I was. Part of what I was going to ask you. When did that start? When did you start seeing life through the lens of writing it on paper?
Probably 13.
Wow.
Just started
Okay.
writing. It wasn't songs, just writing, and I liked writing. I knew that that's what I wanted to do, in some way, shape, or form, was to write. I went to college as an English major, and I minored in creative writing.
Okay.
And people laughed at me, saying that I would never use that degree, but
Here we are.
here we are. And yeah, I always wrote. I always wrote songs. I've always wrote things down. And it's funny, in some way, shape, or form, there's a song I'll play towards the end. It's called Welcome Home. And I spent 7, 8 years, just about 8 years, away, off and on, coming back home. There was a period of time where I was gone for 2 years straight, and I didn't see my family. I hadn't seen my dad in 6 years.
Wow.
I hadn't seen my mom, my brother in a year and a half, 2 years. But my grandmother has always been around some way, shape, or form in my life, unless I had moved off to college or something like that. But she showed me something like two years ago. She had kept all of these, all those papers that she'd always do my laundry as a kid and always find stuff in my pockets, but she always hung on to them.
Huh.
And she has like stuff that I wrote that's written down from like 8th grade in her house or in our house. And yeah, so it's been around as far back as I can remember.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was that weird kid that I would smell like shit at the lunch table that was always in a notebook. And, yeah, it's always, yeah.
Remember that guy you used to pick on?
Yeah.
Said would never amount to anything? You just paid to see him tonight. So that's pretty awesome.
I had an English teacher my senior year that told me that I would be lucky if McDonald's hired me. and her name is Rhonda Malone of Frisco, Texas. And yeah, I still hate that lady. So
Here's to you,
I
Rhonda.
hope she sees this podcast. Joke's on you.
Oh, man. I don't know where to go from that.
I was terrible in high school. Not gonna lie. She probably said that out of anger towards me. And yeah. Where do you want to go from here?
Man, let's go to one of the old songs.
All right. Which one do y'all want to hear? All right. You're not going to leave after this, right? You still didn't give me an answer. You just kind of like laughed it off. All right, cool. I get tattoos and she wears pearls. I'm Helen Will, she's Daddy's little girl. She's my guiding light on the darkest days, but her own shelter when the world turns away. My eyes are best friend, she wants a man like her dad, her sister, and red wine on the only two she talks to when she's mad. She says all the woman needs is Jesus and handbags. She's downed up, she's like a queen, but I love her most in boots and jeans. No makeup with her hair a mess, rather than her Sunday's best. My eyes are best friend, she wants a man like her dad, her sister, and red wine on the only two she talks to when she's mad. She says all a woman needs is Jesus and handbags. All I want is you and this Texas moon is tangled up in blue, 'cause you're all I gotta lose. She's living proof that hope exists, with a flawless way that's heaven sent. She's nothing short but elegance and grace. She's all I want for all my days. My eyes are best friend, she wants a man like her dad, her sister, and red wine on the only two she talks to when she's mad. She says all the woman needs is Jesus and handbags. All the woman needs is Jesus and handbags. Thank you.
Very nice. Did you
Thanks.
just drop something?
Nope.
Can I play you a song?
Absolutely.
So I'll play you a little Jesus song we put on the record before the last one, since you brought up the topic. Any Houston natives in the audience tonight? So you might get some of the references in this tune. Let me tune that real quick. This, I got the idea for this song sitting on an airplane, and this this couple. I was sitting in the window seat, okay, and you're sitting in the window seat. The plane's starting to fill up, and you're wondering if you're actually going to be able to spread out or not, right? And let's be honest. There's certain people, and in this case, there were a certain two people that were walking by that I thought, dear Lord, please let them keep walking past me and not sit here. But they did. They sat down right next to me, and they complained from the moment they sat down. About every aspect of what was going on. And the poor flight attendant, stewardess, whatever the politically correct way is to say that, was she was having fits because they were giving her such a hard time. And they got out their travel books after they had made everybody around them good and angry. They got out their travel books to where they were going, and they were headed to the Holy Land to be close to Jesus, I guess. And I thought, man, y'all can't get there quick enough. But they, I don't know. I just sat there and thought it was just kind of humorous to me, and I just kind of started thinking, y'all probably could have found a little Jesus in Houston. And then I just started, I don't know, this little quirky little song started coming to me. So if you're from Houston, you might get some of the references, and the rest of you'll pick it up. It's pretty easy. I got to remember how to play it though. Hold on, let me pull a Dalton. I need my notebook. Jesus lived in Houston. He'd walk down Quitman Street, where you can find a dime bag or anything you need. See the hooker at the corner crying at his feet. If Jesus lived in Houston, he'd walk down Quitman Street. If Jesus lived in Houston, he'd stroll through River Oaks. Talk with politicians, tax collectors, finer folks. He'd start each conversation with his favorite lawyer jokes. If Jesus lived in Houston, he'd stroll through River Oaks. Yeah, and he'd tell us that we need him, and tell us that he loves us, and most would just ignore him and would go on with our lives. But he'd say this ground is holy, 'cause we're all walking on it. Holy land that's worth enough to die. If Jesus lived in Houston, he'd walk Montrose Avenue and see nobody different than he sees me or you. He'd pass the night with strangers and buy a round or two. If Jesus lived in Houston, he'd walk Montrose Avenue. Yeah, and he'd tell us that we need him, and tell us that he loves us, and most would just ignore him and would go on with our lives. But he'd say this ground is holy, 'cause we're all walking on it. Holy land that's worth enough to die. Yeah. If Jesus lived in Houston, I know he'd walk down mine. 'cause heaven knows I need him all the time. Yeah, he might even move in to help me walk the line. If Jesus lived in Houston, I know he'd walk down mine. If Jesus lived in Houston, I know he'd walk down mine. Thank you.
Are those all the party spots?
Yeah, a lot of them. I tell you what, I've sang that song before and had several things happen. First off, I was born and raised Southern Baptist, so in that third verse, it's in my recovery from growing up Southern Baptist that I suggest that Jesus would buy a round or two, okay? Because when you're Southern Baptist and you're growing up, especially in a small church like mine, you
drink out of the red cups, not at the bar.
You do. That's very true. There's very true. And so anyway, there's a few things I put in there. But one time I had a lawyer come up to me after the show, and he said, "What was that line about Jesus telling lawyer jokes?" I didn't think that was very funny. So if there's anybody here that's in the legal profession tonight, that simply because there's lots of doctors and lawyers in River Oaks, and it's just poking a little fun, but Jesus might tell lawyer jokes. I don't know. He might.
Or you guys could just find a sense of humor, because I thought it was great. People have lost their sense of humor.
They have. In fact, you catch some flack sometimes on social media for your humor. Do y'all follow Dalton Domino on social media? If you don't, you need to follow him, because every once in a while he'll get into a lively conversation on social media.
Yep. I wasn't making a joke out of it. I posted a thing. I had a gay uncle. His Uncle Scotty, funniest dude on the planet. One of my best friends growing up was gay, super gay, not like kind of gay, just flamboyantly gay. And I love this man with my whole heart. And the gay and LGBTQ community is some people I hold very close to my heart because of some of the stuff that they have to deal with, simply because of just loving somebody, man. And we might disagree on some stuff, and that's fine. But I had some people. I posted something about Pride Month. This guy took his jacked up Chevy and put a rainbow flag behind of it and drove around rural Oklahoma, and just to support Pride Month. And I thought it was great. I thought it was funny because half of my family did not like Uncle Scotty, but I love the man. He was so funny. He'd sit in the back. So half my family's Pentecostal.
Oh, yeah.
And we go to church, and Scotty would be back. There's no Pentecostals in here. I can say it. I'm part Pentecostal, whatever. So, but like he'd sit in the back, and he would do stuff like fall out and just start going. And anyway, Scotty was a great man. Anyway, so there's this guy on social. Laugh, it's funny. We can poke fun at things. I got my faith, and my aunts and uncles have theirs. And the other half was Southern Baptist, and
there you go.
The other portion of them were Catholic. So they really all got along with each other. But yeah, there are some people that said, I'm hitting the unfollow button on you. And we had an exchange of words. That's it. And I thought it was,
and if you want to see it, just go to his social media.
Don't let your children follow me on social media. I get phone calls and texts from my mother, bless her heart, every other day. Just, why did you say that on Twitter? And I was like, it was funny. It's not funny. My friends follow you. And I was like, your friends liked it. Your friends retweeted it. And so anyway, what's next?
Pick another one. You pick one. Give us another one off the new record. Give us another taste of something from the record that's coming out in August.
I'll do that song, Welcome Home. Song is
trying to sum it up as simple as I can. It's about leaving home for an extended period of time, then coming back home and having that little slither of hope that stuff didn't change because that's what made it home. And a lot of it did. And you'll soon realize over time that might be for the best, because that's what makes you the person who you're supposed to be. And it's your fault that you missed out on it. And that's okay. It's a song called Welcome Home. With that dust on your face, don't it feel like home? Or at least the closest thing to it that you've ever known. What's it been, 8 years since we've seen you here? I heard you lost what you were working towards, found what you've been running from all these years. But it's good to see you again. Mostly it's all still the same. Some parts around here might have faded off, but there's some stuff time ain't supposed to change. You still dream about her, don't you? With your hands on her skin, and that fall there filled with innocence, something you can't forget. She still lives around here, but she don't ask about you these days. 'Cause to her you're just a moment that she learned from in her younger days. But it's good to see you again. Mostly it's all still the same. Some parts around here might have faded off, but there's some stuff time ain't supposed to change. Those lines on your face, they look more like your mother's own. And your back ain't what it used to be. And those dreams of heading out, they're dead and gone. Your father's buried back in Memphis. Your brother is someone you don't know. You lived on the wrong side of worth it, and that's what scares you the most. But it's good to see you again. Mostly it's all still the same. Some parts around here might have faded off, but there's some stuff time ain't supposed to change. Yeah, some parts around here, they might have faded off. There's some stuff time ain't meant to change. Thank you.
Man, I like that song a lot. What's that one line about what she learned from the moment? You were just a moment.
You still dream about her, don't you? With your hands on her skin, and that fall air filled with innocence is something that you just can't forget. She still lives around here, but she don't ask about you these days, 'cause to her you're just a moment that she learned from in her younger days.
Dude, that's great.
Thanks.
I love that, man.
Thank you.
I love that. That's great. That's awesome. Have y'all had a good time tonight? Everybody doing good? Man, that's what these nights are about, man. Just sitting around this old radio and listening to songs and talking about what's going on.
If y'all wanted to hear something tonight and I didn't play it, meet me out by the smoking section and I'll play whatever you guys want to.
There you go.
I'm not kidding. I have nothing to do tonight. I was going to go to Waffle House at some point, but the night is young.
Well, we got time for a few more, though. What direction do you want to take us? That direction.
So out back, I have a 2018 Toyota Corolla. All right? Yeah. Or was that up there? Well, hell yeah. Regardless. And I bought that car I bought a portion of what it cost to. I bought that car with songwriting money. The car's name is Randall Clark Green. And I wrote a song for Randall King called Mirror Mirror, and I wrote another song called Poor for William Clark Green. And I was thinking on the way down that I want to get more cuts as a songwriter so I can hopefully get a Camry, you know, and then like move up to a RAV4 and eventually, you know, a Tundra. And, you know, a lot of people collect watches and baseball cards. I want to collect eco-friendly sedans. It's my thing. And I'm very grateful for William Clark Green to have put this on his record. Me, him, and Brandon Adams wrote this song out at Larry Joe Taylor's place at one of his songwriting retreats, William's songwriting retreats. And yeah, it's on his record, A Bear Island. And I got my version, he got his. Mine's just slightly different. I'm going to play y'all that one. The song's called Poor. I'm a sucker, a sinner, 3 times a loser, a fool who can't buy you a ring. You're a lady, a saint, 3 times what I ain't, yet somehow a queen like you pick me. You don't care about the bills in the mailbox, or my name and what it means to some folks. You say the second-hand life and living just to get by with you feels pretty good being poor. I promise I'm so much more professional than what I've showed tonight. Well, there's cracks in the ceiling. I love the feeling of watching you stuck in a dream. You let out a smile, and I think for a while, when you're sleeping, you're dreaming of me. You don't care about the bills in the mailbox, or my name and what it means to some folks. You say the second-hand life and living just to get by with you feels pretty good being poor. What
answers. Until then, I'm just grateful I'm yours. 'Cause in a second-hand life, you're all I need to get by. You make it feel pretty good being poor. I know we ain't got much, but we're so rich in love, and it feels pretty good being poor. Thank you. Woo!
I wonder if you'd have written that song about feeling pretty good being rich if you'd have gotten to that RAV4 quicker.
That would have been cool.
No, that's a great song. We got to hear Mr. Green's version of that. I think he did that for us up at Steamboat this last year on the show, and yeah, really enjoy that. Enjoy that record of his too.
It's great. It's my favorite Will record for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's
all I
it.
gotta say about that.
That's it. That's all you need to say.
It's a great record.
That's all you need to say. Well, what else you want to play for us? We got time for two more before the smoking section concert after party.
I'll do this new song we released, and I'll end on a song that's not mine. The song is called All I Need. It's a love song. Sometimes they hit you without warning, like a bomb in the dead of night, sending two lost souls flying without a reason in sight. We can spend time looking for answers, or we can take it for what it is. Sometimes love comes natural, and life says you're ready for it. You ask me why. All I know is our love burns when the night grows cold. We're a wine-soaked kiss, meeting cigarette smoke. With you I know who I'm meant to be. Your careful touch is free and sweet. We're a spark needing kerosene. I'll keep you out if you keep close to me. I know you're all I need. I know you're all I need. You're all I need. I believe we're tied together by moments that might eventually lead to the reasons why we cross paths and why fate led you to me. But if those answers never come and I'm left in the dark, I'll still be amazed and grateful for making it this close to your heart. You ask me why. All I know is our love burns when the night grows cold. We're a wine-soaked kiss, meeting cigarette smoke. With you I know who I'm meant to be. Your careful touch is free and sweet. We're a spark needing kerosene. I'll keep you out if you keep close to me. I know you're all I need. I know you're all I need. All I need. 'Cause our love burns when the night grows cold. We're a wine-soaked kiss, meeting cigarette smoke. With you I know who I'm meant to be. Your careful touch is free and sweet. We're a spark needing kerosene. Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice. One more time. If y'all had a good time tonight, thank y'all for coming out here tonight. And Dalton, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to drive down here. I know we didn't really get to talk about it. I didn't bring it up earlier, so I will now. First off, congratulations on 5 months.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Of feeling good, and I know I got to talk to Dalton upstairs, and I know part of what we drug him away from, of course, he's playing shows like he always has, but he's camping and fishing a whole lot, so he's probably given up.
Swear to God, I'm not homeless.
He's probably given up a largemouth bass for us that would have been there tomorrow morning. So thanks for taking time out of your schedule
Thanks
to
for
be here
having
with us.
me. I appreciate it. I'm going to end on this song. I appreciate you having me, and I've always shot myself in the foot. You've never been somebody to close the door on me, and I really appreciate that. You guys are blessed to have this man to do all this stuff for y'all and bring y'all music. This is one of the kindest men that I know, and I'm very grateful to call him a friend.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I've been playing this song at shows and stuff recently, and there's a friend of ours that in the Texas scene that's sick, you know, and mental health and addiction is a very, very, very real thing, and all you can do is hope that that person gets better. And that's the only thing you can do. There's a lot of people that were like, we deserve answers, we deserve to know what's going on. You don't deserve to know shit that's going on if he don't want to tell you, and that's his life. Anyway, this song's for Ev, wherever he is tonight, and I'm thinking of him. I'm also thinking about buying a new guitar. But Ev takes priority right now. And I want to send this song out to another person who was always there for us me as a band, was the Turnpike Troubadours. And I love them very, very much. Their whole band and crew, they're like family to us. So this one's for him.
Undercover, blaming on the season. Ain't no kind of reason, babe, why I come and go. I had a lover, she felt as good as treason. You can't ask her if it's pleasing, you can't ask the wind to blow. And I would buy for you a diamond and myself some gasoline. If I can't afford you, darling, then I can't afford to dream. Is it time I should be moving? Is it time I settle down? Well, I sit still and when I feel the wheels are spinning round. Ain't the brightest bird that ever flew. I'm just someone you knew, some road you traveled on. And all the colors, they shine and fade away. Well, it's just like New Year's Day. It's here and then it's gone. And I would buy for you a diamond and myself some gasoline. If I can't afford you, darling, should be moving. It's the time I settle down. Will I sit still or will I feel the wheels spinning around? Lord, I love you. I wish you only knew. I wish you had a clue. I wish you had a clue. You know, but I'm stuck here in Tulsa with my Oklahoma blues, with a pair of concrete shoes that got me sinking pretty low. And I would buy for you a diamond, myself some gasoline. If I can't afford you, darling, then I can't afford to dream. Is it time I should be moving? Is it time I settle down? I sit still when I feel the wheels are spinning around. Thank you guys so much for listening to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dalton Domino.
I had fun.
I did this entire show without socks on. I got upstairs and I went to change, and I didn't have socks, so I'm wearing boots without socks for you right now. That's how much I love you.
Thanks for letting us know. Thanks for letting us know. Thank y'all for being here tonight.